What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Beers with the Bros. We talk movies, we talk sports, everything in between. The NFL playoffs are in full swing now. A few teams have been eliminated. We're going to talk a little bit about that. This week, we're bringing back our joint fun segment, which we've been missing for the last several weeks, but we're here back with it tonight. Excited for it. We're going to have some good times here this evening.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Where the fuck is our other guy at?
He's working, dude. He's always working, and he's stuck at work, and he can't be here tonight. So we decided we didn't want to miss out on picks and stuff. So we jumped in tonight and kind of changed up things a little bit, but we're going to have a fun joint segment tonight because it's just me and Birdie. So we can fly through something that would probably usually take a really long time. So we're looking forward to doing that and everything, but happy Tuesday, everybody. Happy Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday.
Hey, that's a good day for Taco Tuesday, man.
God, I could go for a taco, but I'm trying to be good because I go to my specialist on Thursday to hopefully get some good news.
Yeah. Hopefully you do get good news, man. Good news is good.
Yeah, and just in case, because this is the Beers with the Bros side of things, if you've been following us and all that, not sure if you all went over to Good Real Hunting, but we will let you all know on here as well, because this could be a newer audience for some people. I know I see our regulars in the chat, but our follower for Beers with the Bros, Raymond Malabar, unfortunately has passed away. Luckily, we were able to take care of him on the Good Real Hunting aside, along like with us and other channels too as well, and we raised over $700 to go towards his funeral service, so he could be buried with his grandparents. So I'm just proud of us. So Beers with the Bros is connected to Good Real Hunting as well, and we just want to dedicate this particular sports episode of Beers with the Bros in Raymond's honor.
Of course, yeah, Bills fan. He was always in the chat here for this show, so
Bills looking
absolutely
good.
Bills looked great. Bills looked really good this week, man. They had a tough opponent, but they were able to take advantage of him and really just put him to the woodshed. So
yeah, dude, nice. Especially on that first throw too by Bo Nix for that touchdown. I'm like, oh shit! It was oh shit, but it wasn't the oh shit I thought it was going to be. Like for there to be a close game. After that, there's a thing where Josh Allen went off and he bitched to the referees. So you all thought Patrick Mahomes has the referees in his pocket. Josh Allen has the referees in his pocket.
Hey, he wouldn't be bitching at him if they were in his pocket, man. And but the Broncos, they pulled off
that pass interference.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. He wouldn't be bitching to him if they were in his pocket because they'd be doing everything that he wanted. So,
well,
it's so facto.
It is what it is.
Pat Mahomes is still the guy. Anyway, Broncos did pull off a hell of a good fake punt, though. That was kind of cool. So,
dude, balls of steel.
Yeah, they were rocking it. It didn't really go anywhere, but whatever.
It didn't go anywhere. Which, but hey, I'll tell you this, folks. As a Chiefs fan, because the Broncos are in our division, I will give them respect. They are a good-looking football team. I think they're going to get better with Sean Payton and Bo Nix. They just need a couple of more pieces to put everything together. So when the Chiefs are ready to give it up, I would be happy to give it to the Broncos.
Yeah, totally, man. The Broncos they had some years of shit for the last little bit, the whole Russell Wilson era and everything that I was.
That's right.
Yeah, all that stuff was really bad, man. But they finally, it looks like they're turning things around. They made the playoffs. They didn't have a close game in the playoffs, but they're still there. And that's more than a lot of teams can say. And that's a pretty good turnaround with the rookie quarterback. So happy to see it.
I'm happy to see it too. But Brad, do you want to continue to talk about this football, or do you want to go ahead and just jump right into the joint segment? Because that's really what everybody's here to see.
Let's have some fun, man. Let's jump into it.
Ooh. Yeah, and since Chris is not here, we did not want to do the competition segment because we want everybody to be pleasant when it comes to the competition segment. So we're going to hopefully do that next week when we get that SOB Chris back in here. But yeah, as Brad alluded to, he is unfortunately working. And as we have a rule here, work comes first.
Yeah. Yep, it does.
So, all right, Brad, this was your idea. Do you want to go first?
Sure, I'll go first. Yeah, let me see if I can figure out how to present.
All right, decent.
And let's see. I think I got to share screen and then this and then how are we
Oh,
looking? Oh
so
wait, we
far
don't have it
so
pulled
good.
up yet.
Oh,
Yeah, there it is. There it
I'm not sure
is.
what
Okay, so
the color scheme's a little off, but it always does that, so I'm not too concerned.
yeah, I think so, man. I don't know if there's um it looks good. You can read everything okay?
Uh,
So what we're doing
it's a little small if you can make it a little bigger, which is usually Control Plus.
control.
Or if you're the Mac, it's the Window Plus.
Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, get this piece of shit out of here. Kentucky
Yeah.
Kingdom. Although that's like a pretty good time.
What that they
Uh,
promoted that to you, but
yeah, I know, right?
we got.
These motherfuckers. Can we get them? Okay, there we go. There we go. I want to get this
We can work
Tyson
with
bullshit
that.
out of here. All right, cool. We can work with the Tyson Air Wrap. I think we can be fine with that. Okay, so here we go. We're doing a fast food tier list tonight. Oh, this motherfucker's gonna piss me off. All right, is there a minus button on this son of a bitch? Okay, there we go.
You can always click on it.
Okay,
Just buy it for an amazing $600. Wait, that
$5.99.
$600?
Hey, that's a hell of a hair straightener or whatever the fuck that is.
Yeah, it
Um,
doesn't look like you're getting much.
you're getting your straight hair is what you're getting. So what we're doing a damn tier list tonight for fast food restaurants, and we try to limit it to those with drive-throughs. I know there's a lot of things that could be qualified, i.e., like Jimmy John's and Panda Express and Chipotle. Well, we'll put Panda Express
Chipotle.
on here. Chipotle, Panda Express did make the cut. We'll do it because I love it and I don't care. But we're gonna do probably another version of this down the road where we include all those ones that don't have the you know the dry, the little bit more fancier tier of fast food. But
Yeah.
let's just go over the tiers real quick one time. At the bottom, we got Never Again. Moving on up from that, we got Okay When Desperate. That's the fourth tier. In the middle, we got When the Mood Hits. And the orange, the second best tier is Regular Staple. And then at the top is Can't Live Without It. It's something you could not go through life without it. So I'm going to do a tier list and then Brett's going to do one. So it's a little bit different than what we usually do, but it should be a little faster because we can just kind of run through it real quick.
And it's
And
2 minds versus 3 minds. And Brad, I forgot. Can I address the chat? I need to say hello to the peeps.
yeah, go ahead. Of course.
Just real
Let's do that real
quickly,
quick.
folks,
Yeah.
because we got Ashton's in the house, we got Brooke in the house, and Brad, you gotta be careful one particular fast food restaurant. Destiny, what's going on there, Destiny? How are you doing? So, Brad, wink, wink on that one.
Oh, Taco Bell, dude. It's the
Well,
goat.
no, you know which one I'm talking about. But go
Oh,
ahead,
yeah.
Brad. Take it away.
All right, let's run through this. First things first, we already know Chick-fil-A is going to be a can't live without it. So let's go ahead and nip that in the bud. That's a staple, man. I mean, that's beyond a staple. That's just a necessity of life. That those waffle fries and chicken sandwiches just keep the blood flowing. Okay, let's just pick another one at random. Let's do KFC.
Oh, this is your most important pick right here.
It is. As I am now a Kentucky resident, I guess I need to try out KFC again. I haven't really had it in a long time. I'm probably going to go ahead and say When the Mood Hits because it's pretty banging, but I'm never really going out to get it. It's never top of mind. But those mashed potato bowls are pretty solid. And if you find a good KFC buffet, you're rocking and rolling. So give it to me there. Let's do. Oh man, these are all tough. Dairy Queen. Let's put that also When the Mood Hits because if you're in the mood for a blizzard, that's the place you want to be. But that's really the only time I would otherwise go to. You know what? I'm actually just going to go Okay When Desperate on this because the blizzard.
That's fair.
Yeah, the only thing keeping it afloat for me is the blizzard. I don't know if I've ever really ate any real food from Dairy Queen, but the blizzard kicks ass. If you're desperate for a blizzard, that's where you can go. Okay, now let's move to Subway, and it's actually going to join it there. I'm not a big fan of Subway. I think it's pretty ass, but if I'm desperate, I'm hungry, there's a Subway everywhere. You can find one close by, and you can at least get a meatball sub, and those are pretty good with some jalapenos on there. I like that a lot. So I'll stick that right there. Let's go ahead with Burger King. I mean, I wouldn't say I would never eat Burger King again, but it's always the last place I'll go. I'll stick it okay when desperate. Honestly, I don't know if anything here is going to be a never again for me because I like it all because I'm
Mm.
fat, but whatever. Um, okay, here we go next. Hardee's is one that I want to say when the mood hits because their breakfast is kick ass. And if you're really wanting some biscuits and gravy or some good breakfast, you're going to go to Hardee's. Maybe Carl's Jr. has it too. I don't know. But there's really no better place to get breakfast than Hardee's, in my opinion, in this world of dining. So I'm going to stick it there. Next up, I'm just going to go ahead and say Jack in the Box. I've never had it, so can I just leave it off or just stick it up there somewhere?
You could just leave it solo. Yeah, it's like it's not fair to judge it if you've never had it.
Yeah, I've never had it before. Culver's, I'm not a huge. I mean, I don't know if I've ever had any of their real food. Um, but I would say if you're really wanting something greasy and just nasty, it makes for a good burger. I've
You're
had their
really
dessert
selling the
before.
shit out of it.
I'm going to stick when the mood hits as well. I think it could be higher. I just haven't had it that much. And to me, their menu just looks super greasy as opposed to what some of the other items go. Let's see. Arby's. I wanted to go regular staple with Arby's for one reason, and that's going to be the jalapeno popper things that they have, and the curly fries with a little bit of that you got to get the Bronco berry sauce with the jalapeno popper or some curly fries. Then I'm not the roast beef is fine. Sometimes I get the chicken tender, whatever. They have a pretty decent menu, French dip even. So give me a regular staple for them. I'm gonna put Panda Express. I think that's jumping at the top for me, man. I love Panda Express. I love Panda Express, man. I absolutely love it.
What?
I would be disappointed in myself if I didn't put it at Can't Live Without It because we had one close to us in our old house in Georgia, and we went out there probably like once every week or two. And their rewards are fantastic, dude. They're dropping free stuff at you all the time if you have the rewards program. Their orange chicken, man, it might be the best menu item out of all these, other than maybe those.
That I will agree with.
So good. And then you get they have a wide variety. You can get the steak, you can get all kinds of stuff. The egg rolls are fine.
Oh, now, when they come out with the shrimp, like the spicy shrimp, yeah, dude. Okay, so you're starting to win me over a little bit.
Now here's the thing: when you compare, like, there's better Chinese food out there, but when it comes to like fast food stuff, I mean, this is top tier for me.
Mall Japanese food better than Panda Express, in my opinion.
Saraku or whatever it's called, absolutely.
Oh yeah, I know what the one you're thinking.
Sarku, I think. Okay, let's go with Zaxby's. That's going to be a regular staple as well. Good chicken tenders, always nice and tender. And I like their fries hold them back a little bit, but the Zax sauce is nice. I mean, their fries are decently seasoned, but I just don't like crinkle fries as much as regular ones. So that kind of holds them back a little bit. Salads are great though. That sensational salad, so freaking banging.
Yeah, my mom loves that one.
She with the egg roll comes with like
it's like she loves that salad.
That's fantastic, man. I'm gonna do Taco Bell. And we know for me, that's going Can't Live Without It. I mean,
okay,
there's nothing better to me. I think they have the best menu. I think they have the best, variety of foods, even though they're all kind of similar. Like you can get a cheesy gordita crunch, you could get a quesadilla, or you could get a Crunchwrap Supreme. You're going to have different experiences. And they always are revolving that door of their menu so you can try new things. And I love them for that. Their app also rocks. So give me Taco Bell at the top. I mean, their breakfast is underrated as hell too.
Oh, so underrated.
Right, the bacon, egg, and cheese Crunchwrap or whatever with the tater tot in them. That's so good, man. With the sauce, they give you the hot sauce in the morning.
Oh, and I actually been liking sauce a lot lately from Taco Bell. So I finally incorporated the hot sauce in my meal.
Oh, it's great. And I would even say there tacos, just basic ass tacos, fantastic.
Oh, especially when you're sick, like I was during my COVID time. Yeah, dude. Sorry, I gotta save it for my time. You're just getting me excited.
I'm excited that you're excited. Now, Del Taco, since we're talking Taco Bell, let's talk Del Taco. I did have those near me in Georgia. I didn't eat there as often as Taco Bell, though. I think their menu is it's a little bit different, and I like it for that. It's a little bit more of a authentic feel to it, I guess, like more of a real Mexican culinary experience. But I don't like it as much as Taco Bell. I'm going regular staple here. If we still had it, Hell, I'm actually going to drop it down to when the mood hits. We lived there. I only had it like twice. So it's not a regular staple. I'm going to put it here when the mood hits. If you're wanting something different in the Mexican culinary scene, that'll be something you can hit up. Raising Cane's. I just had this for the first time the other day, and I loved it, Dan. I think it was probably, it might have been, I don't know. I've only had it once, so I'm not going to put it at the top, though it could get there. Their fries were, I think, better than Zaxby's, and I think the chicken might have been a little bit better than Zaxby's too. But for now, and the cane sauce was pretty awesome. I've seen a lot of people talk about the cane sauce, and I wondered why people were getting these gigantic cups of it, and I think I figured that out.
Brad,
so
we have a major red flag here, and I never thought I would see the day where I give Brooke a red flag. She has not been to Taco Bell in 16 years.
Oh, now wait a minute. Thank you for bringing that up. Thank you for bringing that up. I was, because I can't see the chat right now. That's that Brooke. We got to fix that. We got to get you out there getting some tacos, man. I know sometimes it gets a bad rep. Oh, the meat's fake. All this stuff. It's fantastic. I think you should go out there and try it out.
And Desi says, I'm trying to hold off. I'm assuming you're talking about Taco Bell until Braden's here. Don't tell him I said this, okay? Because I know it was his birthday yesterday. But fuck Braden. Go get Taco Bell. You don't have to wait for nobody.
Yeah, go there. Get over. Have it delivered. Have it delivered. Get a little DoorDash action. For sure, though. I think Cane's was badass. I'm looking forward to doing it again. Luckily, there's one right up the street now. And okay, so now we got some interesting ones left. Cookout. I really dig their menu, man. It's one of those things, like if I'm living near a Cookout, I'll probably get it all the time. But I don't think I do now. And I mean, their milkshakes, they got the widest array of milkshakes you'll ever see, except for maybe Sonic. And their menu, you can get damn chicken nuggets as your side or bacon wrap as your side. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And you get two sides, and it's pretty cheap. So Cookout's a tough one. I think I would probably go when the mood hits on that as well, though. I don't think I'd quite put it up the regular staple, just because I think the food is solid. I go there for the menu variety and not necessarily for the quality of the food, if that makes sense. So I'm going to stick it.
Desi asked, she don't even know what that is for Cookout, but I know you were just explaining it. It's just a variety of milkshakes and lots of cheap food, but actually pretty decent food.
It's good. It's like they have Cookout foods. So everything comes in like a styrofoam box with and it's all wrapped in aluminum foil. Like your burger will be wrapped up in aluminum foil, or they got hot dogs and corn dogs. But instead of getting like a burger and fries, there's a combo tray when you go to this place, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you get a burger or whatever entree. They got chicken tenders, hot dog, whatever. Instead of just getting fries on the side, you get to pick between this wide variety of sides. You get two sides. You can pick between like chicken nuggets, mini corn dogs,
chicken fries.
Yeah, they are your fries, onion rings, chicken quesadilla, bacon wrap. It's an awesome experience. Their milkshakes are great. So I would recommend it if you ever run across one, for sure, just for it's kind of unique in that regard. But it's solid. It's good. Their burgers taste like they're coming off a grill, like you're at a Cookout. So I think that's
corn dog as a side is insane, Destiny said. But hey,
mini corn
dogs, like the pigs in the blanket.
Yeah. It's good though. It's good if you're wanting something besides fries. You can have like a whole entree meal. Okay, let's go with McDonald's. I actually, don't like McDonald's that much, but there's a few things that are solid. I'm also going to put okay when desperate for that. It's, I probably, if you'd asked me a while ago, I'd say when the mood hits. But when we were in the hospital for when our child was born, they had a McDonald's there, and I had it like every day for like 4 days straight, and I hated it. And I haven't really been back ever since then. Their chicken nuggets are fine. Their burgers are fine. I'm never really like, the only time I ever eat McDonald's though is if I'm starving, and that's like the only thing that's there. So I'm going to put it right there next to Burger King, I guess. Although it's better than Burger King, I would put it the highest probably of this tier. But not a huge fan. Wendy's. Okay, so here's the thing I like about Wendy's, man, is they have a chili and the baked potatoes and all that stuff. So I really like that. It's a little bit different. Their salads are good. So I think I would probably put it when the mood hits, though. I don't love it as much as a lot of places. Their fries are actually really kick ass, but I'm going to stick it there. Popeyes, I'm also going to put there in the middle just because it's kind of like KFC. Some things are better than KFC, some things are not. And then let's go Long John Silver's here. I'm going to also put that in the middle when the mood hits. When you're wanting some seafood from a fast food joint, that's the place to be. Captain D's is too. They got a good menu. But
I should put Captain D's on here, but I just thought Long John's was better.
Yeah, I think either or it would have. I just haven't had it in so long. Otherwise, I might bump it up a little bit. Sonic, I will actually go up to regular staple because I love their drink selection. Slushies and all the good stuff, milkshakes, and their food's good too. I haven't tried that smash burger yet, but it looks amazing. They also have jalapeno poppers and mozzarella stick, which I love just pulling into Sonic and getting some poppers and a nice like Powerade slush or something like that. So it's a cool little place. Cherry limeade, even fantastic. I've unfortunately just haven't been living near Sonic in a while, so I've kind of been missing out on it, but we love it. But there's my list, man. I don't have nothing's going to be never again. You know what? Just because I don't want Burger King and McDonald's in the same tier, I will put Burger King at the bottom. But I would eat it if I was in a pinch.
I'm just taking a picture of your list real quick. There we go. So, in my turn now.
It's your turn now.
All right, get that screen off of there, right?
Oh, if you sorry.
Don't mind. No, yeah, you good. I just didn't want to interrupt anything. All right, we're gonna do the Brett Man's food tier. Let me pull mine up here real quick. And Brad, stop me if there's anything in the chat you want to address.
Yeah, I will. I was just getting a snapshot of mine so I can show my wife that Wendy's was not top tier because she loves it.
She loves Wendy's.
Oh yeah.
Oh man. Well, she's going to be happy here in a minute. So let's see here. That's what I'm doing from now on. Every time the app pops out, I'm just going to close it out and just say it was inappropriate, even if it's not, because I'm that person.
It's inappropriately giving you an inconvenience.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and go with the easy one here first. Kind of like with you, Brad. First off, before I do anything, can you see my screen okay? Or do I need to zoom out a little bit?
I think you might need to zoom out just a little bit unless you want to keep scrolling back and forth. But I'd say, yeah, right there is good.
About right there, and I'll just take the bottom tiers when I get to them.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. Well, Chick-fil-A, can't live without it. I think it's the best fast food restaurant of all the times. Even though lately they changed our French fry game, and I have not been a fan of that. But man, their chicken, when you get that bite of that chicken sandwich or their chicken nugs, ooh, it's like just going after your soul, dude. It just relaxes your soul. You having a bad day, it makes it from a bad day to a great day. So Chick-fil-A, abso-freaking-lutely. All right. Long John's. Here's the deal. If I had Long John's, Brad, where it used to be, where I live at, where it used to be, this would be a regular staple for me. The batter of their food is to die for, but they shut it down, so I have like no Long Johns near me, so I have to put it when the mood hits for the Long Johns. McDonald's, I'll go ahead and tackle McDonald's. I'm going to go when the mood hits, mainly because the quality of McDonald's has gone down over the years. And I mainly blame that as per like the employees that they hire. They just are there just to be there and they don't take care of the food as much because like 5 years ago, McDonald's was banging, but now like the last couple of years, like 2 years, it's not been as good. If your French fry game's not good, you're in trouble.
Hey, but their fries are solid. I didn't mention that earlier, but they're awesome.
Oh, yeah, they're great if you can get, like, the best batch of them, but that's, like, almost 50-50 nowadays. But, dude, I'm going to speak of your French fry game. I'm going to tell you, Zaxby's is a regular staple for me. Their chicken tenders are great. I get their chicken tender, like their French fry. I wouldn't call it a bowl, but it's just like kind of like a nacho thing where it's like fries, cut chicken, cheese, and dipped or just spread over your favorite sauce. So if you want to go Zaxby sauce, or I go the spicy Saxby sauce, and it's to die for. Love Saxby's. But Chick-fil-A is the king of all chicken. I'll go ahead and tackle this. Burger King. Desi, I know you like Burger King for mainly due to the Impossible Whopper and all that, but everything else on that menu, I fucking hate it and it's disgusting. So never again Burger King. I hate that place. Panda Express, Brad, you won me over. I'm gonna go when the mood hits, even though my Panda Express is 50-50. You're either gonna it's wonderful or it's really bad. But the one consistent is the orange chicken. So I will reward the orange chicken every time. So when the mood hits. Let's see here. Jack in the Box. I've only been there like twice, but I was impressed both times when I was there. But something I don't get often. So we're gonna put there okay when desperate. Del Taco. I'll let you know about Del Taco. Chris, our buddy Chris, took me to a Del Taco before we hung out with Brad before the Hans Zimmer concert as like an early lunch before we hit up that Korean for dinner, Brad. Do you remember that Korean spot?
Oh, yeah, of course I do. That was fantastic.
Shit, yeah, dude. But Del Taco was also awesome as well, but limited because I don't have one here where I'm from in Tennessee. So I'm just going to put it when the mood hits. For Del Taco. Dairy Queen, I'm going to put okay when desperate. Mainly if I'm just craving a vanilla ice cream. It's always Dairy Queen. But other than that, their food's just okay to me. It's not great. Hardee's, I absolutely love their breakfast, but their lunch and dinner, just meh. So we'll put that at a when the mood hits. For Hardee's. Cookout, I will put at okay when desperate, mainly due to the pricing. So if I'm just like trying to scavenge up money or something like that, and I need something cheap and quick, Cookout's my place to be on that. Bad news, Brad. Raising Cane's, I cannot rate.
Oh man, well, we'll fix that if you ever come up this way.
Yeah, I need to because the one I have where I am, like in Knoxville, it's in that downtown Knoxville, Brad. You know where the strip's at?
Yeah,
and I want nothing involved with the strip, just because it's chaotic, especially on Saturdays for Tennessee football. So I cannot rate Raising Cane's, but I am super excited to try it someday. Let's go ahead and tackle Sonic. To me, this is a regular staple for me. I love their burgers. I love changing the French fry game. So I was very happy when they decided to go crinkle with that, with the groovy sauce. I was a big fan of that. But mainly for me, it's the Route 44. So love a Route 44, especially the dessert drink, Brad. Write this down. A vanilla root beer with sweet cream. Tastes exactly like a root beer float.
That sounds great.
Yeah, so Destiny told me about that drink combination. I've been obsessed with it since, but I'm only allowed to have a Route 44 during a cheat day. But I will not disrespect Sonic, so it's a regular staple. So let's go ahead. Taco Bell. It's a can't live without. You know, Liv Moss. I love the variety of the menu. They dared to challenge. Like, who's going to thought Taco Bell's going to serve chicken nuggets? Like, are you freaking kidding me? Which I'll go ahead and let you know. Very damn delicious. But yes, I've been figuring out the hot sauce game. I know Destiny said about the Diablo sauce, so I will try that next for Taco Bell. Maybe this Saturday I might get Taco Bell for the Kansas City Chiefs playoff game as a pregame meal. So Taco Bell, can't live without it. KFC, I'm going to go when the mood hits, because when you're just in the mood for some good ass fried chicken, KFC actually just delivers on the consistency. Like, they're very consistent with how they make their chicken. So give me that. Subway, I had two of my last 5 visits have been awful, mainly due to customer service. But the other 3 times, it's just meh. So I will actually put it at never again for Subway. Plus, there's better sandwiches that you can easily have, aka Firehouse or Jersey Mike's.
Do you like the meatball though?
Oh, I do like the meatball. I actually like the secret menu item where you can put pepperoni inside of the meatball and kind of make a pizza meatball sub.
They actually made that an official menu item lately.
Yeah, Well, the problem is they should have done it during the time of Jared.
I know. I know.
God. Yeah, fuck Jared. Anyways, Arby's. Brad, you're gonna be surprised. I know you put this as a regular staple. I can't live without it. Their roast beef sandwiches are absolutely to die for. I do gotta try your jalapeno poppers because that's all I hear how good they are. But to me, they got the absolute best mozzarella sticks in the game.
Their
And
mod sticks are
reason,
great too. I think
dude,
those
and
jalapeno poppers might be the all-time greatest menu item anywhere.
ooh, but dude, we're gonna have to save that for another topic of a beers with the bro joint segment for greatest fast food item. Dude, we need to freaking tackle that. But yeah,
Absolutely.
but Arby's though is amazing, and lately they've been selling this thing called the fried mac and cheese fried ball bites. And they're actually, for some reason, to die for. So give me Arby's that I can't live without. Culver's, I when the mood hits, Brad, you're right. The burgers and stuff, it's a butter burger, so of course it's going to be greasy. But yeah, sometimes it gets too greasy. But their fried food recently has been on point. So I pretty much go there when I'm just craving fried food, like onion rings, fries, and their famous white cheddar cheese curds. Fried, baby. They're so good. Popeyes, okay when desperate. So if I'm just craving Popeyes, I'll go get it, but it's not a never again because Popeyes is good. And then lastly, Wendy's. I can't live without Wendy's either because I think they got the best fast food French fries in the game with the sea salt French fries. Their burgers are always really good. Underrated is the spicy chicken sandwich. I think that's almost just as close to being better than Chick-fil-A's spicy chicken sandwich, but Chick-fil-A just with that soul chicken just gets at the edge a little bit. And Brad, you alluded to the chili. I actually had it the last time I went. Very criminally underrated. Chili, I need to get a lot more of. So, yeah, that's my list.
Yeah, it's just a nice, different thing you can get from a fast food place. You can't get that anywhere else. It's proprietary to Wendy's. So I love it for that. And same thing with the baked potato. That's just a unique thing as well. But I love doing these. I think we'll do one and kind of up the game a little bit, go to the fancier fast food restaurants at some point and do like
Ooh.
the Chipotle's, maybe the nice sub shops.
Domino's.
Yeah, oh, dude, if we start doing pizza places, man, it's gonna get crazy.
No, I'm talking about like Domino's, Chipotle, Jersey Mike's, Firehouse. That could be one. And then, of course, we talked about it earlier too.
Five Guys.
Between you and I, we're going to do the actual restaurants with Chili's and Outback. So we still have a lot of stuff to get through. Oh, and another drink suggestion. Let's see here.
Coconut. Yeah.
Right, with white coconut and cream. Actually, Desi, while you're here, yeah, and Five Guys. We almost put Five Guys on this list, but it didn't have a fast food window. That's why I got left out. But we're tackling that shit next. Even though hopefully their prices go down the feature. But Desi, since you're here, what was that strawberry one you told me about? Kind of like tastes like a strawberry cheesecake in a way. If you could remind me what that combination was, because I had it. That one was to die for as well.
I like a good cheesecake.
Ooh.
I like a good cheesecake. I like your list, man. I do. I'm okay with Subway being at the bottom. The only reason I put mine up a little bit is just because I can always hit that meatball if I'm starving. So,
yeah, I could kill the meatball. Like just what. I probably should put Subway at okay when desperate, but I just never just see myself to go to,
Subway, because it's ass. I mean, the regular sandwiches and all that stuff, man, they just suck.
Oh, that's what it is. It wasn't a cheesecake. It was a strawberry shortcake roll. It's a Dr. Pepper with strawberry and vanilla.
I like this, man.
It's
all
delicious.
These concoctions. I gotta see if there's a Sonic around here.
Yeah, I was about to say she's a wizard when it comes to concoctions. So thank you so much for that. And Ashton, I'm finally glad we agree on something about Burger King, man. It's just I used to love Burger King as a kid, but like ever since I grew up, I just can't stand them anymore. And plus, when the employee tells me to go further down and get out of their window, and the guy lights a cigarette to take a smoke break at the window, never been back to Burger King ever since.
20.
So
20 minutes. Yeah, that's bad. 20 minutes to damn Sonic from here. Here's the thing.
You could do it.
If we didn't put Crystal or White Castle on here, but those would be up there for me.
No.
They're always nasty. They're always like nasty, you know.
Oh.
They're always like just like at least the crystals were always just like really nasty. But I love a crystal sack, dude. I mean, it's like if you're drinking, there's nothing that hits harder than a sack full, or maybe split a sack full. I don't know if I do a full one anymore, but I used to. With a Sprite, oh, fantastic! It's okay, man. We forgot it. We'll put it.
It's not okay. We're gonna have to do this fucking stream all over again because I'll tell you right now. I lied. Chick-fil-A is the second best fast food place. White Castle is number one. Jalapeno burgers, game changer. Crinkle fries, game changer. Haven't tried the chicken onion rings, but I bet they're to die for. Game changer. And Brad, you're a lucky son of a bitch because I forgot. Hey, that'd be the good news. When I come visit you, I can always go to White Castle.
White Castle and Raising Cane's. We'll do the double down.
Dude, let's do the double down. Oh, and crystals, by the way, that's a never again because I give it a try once every year to see if they get better. They always gradually get worse. So fuck.
See, I love crystals though. I put them about the same. I mean,
it's because you get drunk.
Well, even when I'm not drunk, I still like it. It's one of those like, you know, again, they're nasty. Like they're usually like not very clean. You know, they always kind of sketch me out a little bit, but they're awesome.
Mm-hmm. Well, awesome. Wait until we get to that Waffle House discussion for that one particular tier.
Oh, absolutely.
So, all right, Brad, I'm going to go ahead and exit out of this. I got my list saved. If you would send me your list as well, I'll post our results and the link. So if you want to fill out your tier list, after this string, I'll put it in the description of this video, but tomorrow I'll put it on our Beers with the Bros page so you all can fill it out as well. And I'll even share it to Good Real Hunting too as well, so you all can find it there as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect. All right, so that is our joint segment. So let us know what you think in the comment section down below. And yeah, and we'll get back to competition to start the competition, the 2025 season of the competitions next week when Chris gets back. So Brad, anything you want to talk about before we get into some more NFL wildcard?
No, I think we're good, man. We'll see what happened this week in the wild card weekend.
All right, I'm just going to go from start to finish here. We got the Texans and the Chargers, man. I was worried about them Texans there for a moment until, yeah, all of a sudden the Texans decided to be an elite football team like they're supposed to be.
Yeah, they finally kind of put the heat on there. It was close. I mean, it was, yeah. So yeah, they pulled away. They made it happen. They got the W, and they're looking pretty good right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I was very impressed with the Texans, even though here's the crazy part, Brad. Herbert's 2 interceptions the entirety of the regular season. Playoffs, 4.
That's crazy, isn't it? That's crazy. Fuck? And I don't know what happened. Sometimes I just think people get to the playoffs and they just, I don't know, they just get all weird, you know? Yeah, they choke. Yeah, choke. That's what Ashton just said. I feel like that might have been a case here because they haven't made the playoffs lately because they've kind of sucked lately, right? I mean,
well, they've just always been a talented team. It's just they could just put things together by coaching. And I just thought with coaching, they could finally put things together. Apparently, he probably needs just another solid season before he can get him to where he's at.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're still solid. I mean, definitely they still made the playoffs because they've been like really bad until Harbaugh took over. So they, again, they had the talent, but this year they made the playoffs. They even got rid of a couple people. They still made the playoffs. So I think they'll be strong next year. I think they had this is probably about what I would have expected for Harbaugh's first year. I probably would have picked them to make the playoffs, but I wouldn't have necessarily picked them to make a serious run. Yeah.
So that's that one. And then what was next is probably the absolute worst NFL wildcard game I've ever saw in my entire life. The Ravens and the Steelers. I've never seen in my entire life a more undeserving team to be in the playoffs than the Steelers. They came out there and you thought they'd be coming out with energy, ready to play hard. I can't even explain it. Like they had no heart. Like they just went through the motions. They scored, yay, they score. But other than that, though, dude, the Ravens tore their ass up, and that was so sad to see that because I was expecting a close ball game, but no, the Ravens just took care of business, dude. Over 200 yards rushing. Ouch.
Yeah, it's not looking good, and that's a pretty good defense too. At least they have been throughout the season. So that's a game I actually didn't even see. I didn't realize it was on. But yeah, so I didn't expect. That's not one I really wanted to see that much anyway. So, but yeah, I mean, from what I saw, it wasn't very competitive.
So then we got the Sunday games. The first game we had, we talked about a little bit already. The Bills and the Broncos. Damn, Bills look strong, man. So we got the Bills looking strong. We got the Ravens looking strong. Any other missed details about that Broncos Bills game?
No, like I said at the beginning, the Broncos brought some energy. They came out with a fake punt. They were giving it their all. They tried. They were just outmatched. And again, rookie quarterback on the road, very raucous environment. It seemed to be pretty intense out there. So it looked like it might have been a game early, but then obviously it wasn't. And the Bills are looking really good.
And Ashton, we will get to the next round real soon here. I just want to get through these wild card games, but I agree with you. So the next game we had, we went to Philadelphia. We went from Bel Air to Philly, and so with that in mind, we had the Philadelphia Eagles and the Green Bay Packers. So other than that piece of shit Philadelphia fan, what did you think about the game?
Philly looks strong. Packers hung around for a bit. The Packers, they were missing field goals and all kinds of crazy shit, man. Like they were in the game for a long time, but they were like 26-yard field. I can't remember the yardage, but it was like I feel like it was less than an extra point. When they were inside the red zone there, when it was like 10-0, I think. They were trying, man. They just couldn't finish a drive. The defense, I think, kept them in the game for a while because the offense just was not producing. But the Eagles, again, that's a strong looking team right now.
Yeah, and Philly looks great. I feel like they finally got everything like running. Like they were struggling a little bit, but they just looked like an unstoppable force, man. So whoever wins the NFC, they could be the irresponsible or the irresistible force, while the AFC's winner will be the immovable object. Like it's going to be just deadly, especially if we get the matchup we think we're going to get between the Eagles and the Lions. Dude, might be one of the most hard-fought, best NFC championship games we will ever see. So I'm looking forward to Philadelphia, even though fuck their fans, because there was one fan that was heckling a Green Bay Packer girl by calling her inappropriate slurs, and that's not okay. So shame on you, Philadelphia. So your time, it might not end this weekend, but it will end with the Lions. I really hope so, due to that one dumbass fan. But
yeah,
so let's see
absolutely.
Here.
There's never a good place for a fan to be an asshole.
No, especially in Philly. Yeah, Eagles fans are toxic. You damn right they are, man. And just any team in Philadelphia. I even want to go to Philadelphia because, of course, I want to try the Philly cheesesteaks. And then after I try the Philly cheesesteaks, I want to get the hell out of Philadelphia. I want nothing to do with Philadelphia ever. I just hope all their teams never win a championship ever because their fans don't deserve it. So our last matchup on... Yeah, coach is an asshole. So Zach, buddy, if you're listening to this, what's up? So let's see here. We got the Commanders. To me, I feel like this was the best playoff game over the weekend. We got the Commanders versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, where those sons of bitches, the Commanders, they're like, oh, Chiefs, that's cute. You won on a doink field goal. Hold my beer. I could kick it further and doink it at the same time. So fuck you, Commanders. But at the same time, I was really, really impressed with Jaden Daniels in that playoff game. If you could just combine more talent and more protection with him, dude, I'm just telling you, future MVP right there.
100%, man. I loved everything I saw from Jaden Daniels and Baker Mayfield. I mean, he came out and he was trucking
Todd
people.
Baker.
Oh yeah, both of the people, both of the court. I mean, both the teams in general were just freaking bringing it, man. They were hitting hard. They were, they were giving it their all, and it was a game that was back and forth. It was a lot of fun to watch. Almost went to overtime. Like you said, they had that last second field goal to get the W in regulation, but that was one that was very exciting and might end up being one of the best playoff games this season.
No, absolutely, and I'm glad you brought up Baker because he played really hard. I felt so bad for him when he fumbled the ball because that's the most un-Baker thing he does, and he just unfortunately did it at a point of the game where it cost him. You can't turn over the ball, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, absolutely, especially in that situation in a game like that. But I think the Commanders had just turned it over, didn't they? Or they went over they turned it over on downs in the red zone because they kept going for it. They went for it on fourth down a lot too. Dan Quinn was bringing it, and I love to see it. I'm still a big fan of Dan Quinn. I never wanted to fire him at the Falcons. He was, we always had these great seasons. Went to the Super Bowl, went to the NFC Championship another year. So I like seeing him get success and another chance, and I think it's well deserved.
But what about the hidden MVP of the Commanders? One, Mr. Cliff Cranberry.
Oh yeah.
Which is Cliff.
Yeah, the offense.
What's his last name actually?
Cransberry, I think, right?
No, it's no. I fucked that.
I think you fucked me up in general.
Okay. So we're just. I know it's Cliff. So Cliff, my friend, you are the hidden
Kingsbury.
MVP. Kingsbury, yes.
Yeah.
So it's not Cranberry. It's. I'm sorry. Oh man, but I'll tell you this: cranberry is delicious. But anyways, yeah. So he was the hidden MVP of the Commanders this season for trading up Jaden Daniels, and from what I heard, he is not going anywhere. I don't blame him. If I have a good quarterback like Jaden Daniels, offensive coordinator, I wouldn't be going anywhere either, man. The future is bright at Commanders.
I think so too, man.
Though, we need them to beat the Redskins again. That's the only thing I need that team to do is for them to beat the Redskins again.
I think it would feel right, dude. I mean, it feels weird that the Commanders.
Plus, the name sucks.
The name sucks. I do wish they would have at least picked something cooler than that. I did want to get Ashton. He said he didn't want to bring up the score to the Super Bowl with the Falcons, and I appreciate you for not bringing that up. But that, again, that's a damn
23.
Sorry, we had to say it. That's a damn Kyle Shanahan fucking problem. He can't hold a damn lead and damn Super Bowl. He keeps doing it. He keeps botching Super Bowls where he gets big leads. I don't know what's up with him, but whatever.
And Brooke, I'm glad you brought that up because I'll talk about that here right after we get through the NFL stuff because that was our main NFL or our main sports topic. But we are going to get to that, so I'm going to start it so I do not forget it, and I'll pull it back up when it's time. And then Brad, the last playoff game we have, talk about. To me, I just had to talked about the most disappointing performance out of the team with the Steelers. Talk about this one, the most disappointing playoff game I can ever remember. The Vikings and the Rams. The Rams absolutely spanked the Minnesota Vikings.
And that was such a big surprise. We were talking the Vikings up last week, how they were 14-2 or 3 or whatever it was. It was with their great record and how they didn't deserve to be playing on the road and all that stuff. Man, they just did not show out. I don't know that was not the same Vikings team we saw all season. So that sucks. But again, it is what it is, I guess. I mean, when all the chips are out there, the better team's going to come out and show out. So we saw the Rams come out and dominate, and they're looking strong.
That young defense. That's the thing, though. The Rams are a young defense, and they came out and performed like that. Dude, that's a very positive thing to think about going into the future of LA Rams right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Byron Young, University of Tennessee. going
Yeah.
after fools, dude.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, guys, that's the NFL wild card. And then, Brad, next week, this weekend, first game. We'll just do a quick preview for them. We got the Texans at the Chiefs starting off divisional round of the NFL playoffs. The Chiefs get the be up first to go after that historic three-peat. Quick thoughts about Texans at the Chiefs.
I'll take the Chiefs in it. For sure. I think the Texans look good. They're certainly dangerous. It's definitely not a guarantee, but I'll take the Chiefs in that game.
Mm-hmm. I would say the Texans, way better team than we've played them a couple of weeks ago because they got that confidence, especially as playoff time where you play harder. But I think, and I just actually got a Bleacher Report as we're talking about, can the KC offensive line hold the Texans defense with Will Anderson Jr.? I say absolutely we can. We've had like over 3 weeks of rest, and that's what desperately our team needed. We're about to get back key pieces on both sides of the ball. I think we're going to come out swinging in the big way. So Texans, you had a great year, but you've hit the wall. That is KC.
Yeah,
so,
man. Tough draw.
Dude, tough draw indeed. Let's talk about the ever number one seed later on that night, 8 o'clock on Saturday. We got the Commanders at the Lions, man. I want to say this. Part of me really wants the Commanders to win this game. Not only that we could avoid the Lions, but I'm just really loving this Jaden Daniels story. Obviously, rookie of the year. That's obvious. No one's going to take that away from him. But just imagine him going into a hostile environment in Detroit where they've been waiting years for the Lions to get to the Super Bowl, and they're going to potentially a rookie quarterback can ruin that for them. See, I would love for that story to happen, but I just think the Lions are just going to overpower them.
Yeah, I'm with Brooke on this. I'm actually kind of torn because that's probably two of my favorite coaches in the league, Dan Campbell, number one, and Dan Quinn, number two. I just love their energy from both of them, and I love Jaden Daniels. So it would be cool to see. I think it's a win-win for me personally. I want to see the Lions win the Super Bowl. That's who I'm pulling for. But if the Commanders win and Jaden Daniels keeps moving on, I'm going to be excited about that because I would love to see him do something very special his rookie season. He already has, but I mean, if he could make it to the Super Bowl, it'd be amazing. So I think I'll go for the Lions. That's who I'll pick. But I'm looking. That's probably my game of the weekend right there, man. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh man, and I'll even say this too: when both teams like to go for it on fourth down, it's going to be super entertaining.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, man.
And then Sunday, we got 2 big time games. I'll save the best to me. What I think's the game of the weekend for most people's game of the weekend. Even though I love that Lions and Commanders being a game of the week because I could easily see that too. But we got the other NFC game of the Rams, the dangerous Rams, going into Philadelphia. What do you think about that? Who do you think is going to come out on top?
I think I'll take. That's another damn good game. I think I'd probably go with the Eagles just because they have the home field. That's how close it is for me. I'm going to take the Eagles here. Strong playoff team. Give me the Eagles.
Well, fly, Eagles, fly. On the way to fucking losing. So sorry, Zach, if again you're watching this. I'm sorry, man. I know, like we talked about it. This is a dangerous matchup for the Rams, or excuse me, for the Eagles playing against the Rams. I'm just telling you, man. If they bring that same energy for the Rams to this ball game against the Eagles, I'm just going to fucking do it. Sean McVay coaching his ass off with that offense right now. If they're completely healthy, they're one of the most unstoppable offenses to stop. I'm going to do it, Brad. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to do it. I made my mistake last week. I came this close picking the Rams over the Vikings, and I didn't. Shame on me. Not going to make that mistake this time around. Give me the Rams in an upset.
Oh, I like it.
So, and then comes the main event of the weekend. Save the best game for last. Ravens at Bills.
That's another tough one.
Talk about one probably coming to be the greatest divisional round greatest divisional round game of all time. And pretty much, in my opinion, whoever wins this game, you give that quarterback the MVP. That's just my opinion. Whoever wins this game, you give them the MVP. Because screw the whole co-sharing MVP bullshit. Give it to one person. Please do it. But for me, Vo, all this game comes down to is home field advantage. So I'm going to have to go with the Buffalo Bills. But my main thing, I just hope both of them beat the absolute hell out of each other so they're tired for next week.
Yeah, you'd like that.
Week. I would personally like it, but we got to take care of our business first before we can worry about that.
I'm going to go Bills here. I picked them to go to the Super Bowl. Nothing's changed that for me. Although the Ravens look pretty damn good, I'm still going to take the Bills. Again, with the home field advantage, it's going to help.
But I will say this. With the Bills, remember a couple of years ago where the Bengals went in there and run the ball down their damn throat and beat them at the Bills in that playoff game, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Ravens have a hell of a lot better run game than that Bengals team ever freaking did.
That's true.
Keep aware. That's your key matchup right there. If the Bills can stop the run, the Bills will win.
Yeah, that's true.
So, but we're looking forward to another great wild card weekend. But as Brooke has already stated, so let me get your comment back up. This will be our last topic, and we will log out for the evening or at the night, whatever time zone you're in. Are you all going to watch the national championship on January the 20th? I will have the what she's alluded to as college football. The first ever 12-team playoff is the national championship with Notre Dame versus the $20 million team Ohio State. I will be pulling this up on my tablet while on my big TV. I'm going to have Monday Night Raw on Netflix. That's how I'm going to watch it, but I will be keeping an eye on that game. And yeah, screw the Buckeyes. Give me Notre Dame, man. Every time I've doubted Notre Dame, they just proved me wrong every single time. And watch me, the one time I pick them, Ohio State's going to beat the dog shit out of them. But I have hope. Luck of the Irish for them. Give me Notre Dame.
See, I love Marcus Freeman. Here's what I'll say first and foremost is that I actually love the playoff the way it worked. I know Tennessee lost. That was a whole big. But we're looking at, I don't know what their seeds were. I think they were 7 and 8. Something like that. Maybe they were 6 and 8 because I think we were 7. That made the 6 seed and the 8 seed made the championship game, whereas usually it would have just been the Georgia and Oregon and Texas and whoever else would have made the 14 playoff, and all those teams lost. And a couple of them lost pretty handily. I think Georgia and Oregon both got pretty much destroyed for all intents and purposes, which was surprising. And I think that's really cool that we got to see how the 12-team playoff can work and how it can get the best team, the hottest team in there at the right time. And I think for once we might actually have a decent national championship game for the last however many years.
No SEC teams.
No SEC teams, but all the games have been trash, dude. We had Georgia and TCU a couple of years. That was a fucking we turned that off at the end of the first quarter. That was a horrible game. I've just been looking forward to having a good college football playoff game where it was, well deserved at the end when they raised that team's hand up. They earned it, and I'm hoping to see that this year. So I'm really excited. Now, as far as who I think will win, I really am pulling hard for Notre Dame. I love Marcus Freeman. I really don't have anything against Notre Dame. So. If they win, I think that's awesome, but I think Ohio State will win. That's who I'll pick. They've had the toughest road to the championship, and they really dominated through it. I mean, I was
about to say, is it the toughest road to the national championship? It's like they've been spanking everybody but Texas.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I think when you look at it on paper, they played Tennessee, which is one of the best SEC teams going into the playoffs.
True.
They played Oregon, who was the number one team pretty much all year, and then they played Texas, who was everybody's favorite to win the national championship this year. So, yeah, I mean, I think it was the hardest path, and they took out 2 SEC teams to get there, and they dominated one of them, and they, 2-score beated the other one, but that was a little bit finicky at the end.
Let me ask you about that real quick. How fucking dumb is it? And I talked to my dad about this, and we said the exact same thing. How fucking dumb was it on your goal line to run a sweep against all those athletes at Ohio State? Once they ran that sweep, I knew that was game over.
Yeah, that wasn't a good play at all. So that was disappointing. But yeah, I mean, we're here. Matthew McConaughey's mad.
All right, all right, all right. That's
I hate.
podcast angry.
I hate to say it, but I think I'll have to go with Ohio State. Man, they just look so strong in the playoffs.
And plus, there's just so much that a $20 million team can do for your football team too. Which I actually want to make that a topic of discussion of like recapping college football for this or for this season. It's about to end on the 20th. About potential budgeting. I definitely want to make that a topic on a future episode. So don't make
for
me
sure.
forget.
That'd be fun. Yeah, that'd be
So,
fun.
but yeah, so those are our picks for the national championship. We showed your all's picks in the chat there. But what about you all? Who do you all think is going to win the national championship? Let us know in that comment section down below. Same thing with the NFL divisional round. Who do you think is going to advance to the conference championships? Let us know in the comment section down below as well. And with that, Brad, I think we could go ahead and write this up in a nice little. Sorry, I'm just squeezing tight. Oh, almost knocked over.
Don't go too hard over there, man.
Yeah, no, sorry. Pang and game, baby. Whoa. Anything else before we log off?
No, I think we're set, man.
All righty. Well, with that in mind, we are going to go ahead and log out. Hopefully, we will get our boy Chris back next week to do some competition. And we'll, of course, bring back another joint fun segment along with the recap of the divisional round and prepare you all for the AFC NFC championship rounds. So until then, we are logging out with our delicious fast food picks because I got a massive craving for Taco Bell, and we will see you all next week.